Thank you for staying tuned to Tea or Coffee on High Impact Television. Right about now, we have Mr. and Mrs. Abiola and Solomon Onyekunle. So today, we have an interesting topic. Singleness, blessing or curse? Now, I really want to know, but first of all, I need to welcome you. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you
and joining us on the show.
Thank you for having
us. Thank you so much. Okay, so now, the question is being single a crime? I really want to know.
Okay.
Okay, you can go first.
Definitely not.
Okay.
It's not a crime. Actually, I believe singleness is actually a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a gift. There's a write-up I did, I blog, and it was gift of singleness. Because let me tell you, we've been married for 12 years. We're 12 years on the 12th of this month.
Wow. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I can assure you, marriage is beautiful. You know, like the Bible says, there's a season for everything. There's a time to be born, a time to, So that singleness is actually purposeful. There is a purpose for it. But like the saying goes, if the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable.
Yes.
If you're not in that season, okay, that is your season, but you're not maximizing the season. Because I can assure you, I'm married, so I think I'm able to say this authoritatively that there are certain things that you're meant to achieve in that season because it has a purpose. You need to find the purpose of that season and fully maximize and optimize the time. Because if you don't, and you're so eager to jump to the next season, thinking that is the solution to all your problems. Let me tell you, marriage is not a solution to a problem. It's not the end. Okay? It's a journey. We're on a journey. So marriage in itself is not even the end. But if you're not careful, you start to think that it's all about marriage. And some people think, and that is why some people could, attach curse to being single.
Okay.
It's a blessing. It's a gift.
Interesting. I think I want to hear from Mr. Solomon.
Well, she said it. Life is in phases.
Okay.
And you being able to enjoy every phase of your life, really, is what changes the dynamics and the conversation, your perspective to whatever stage you are in life. We were discussing sometime 2-3 weeks ago that we needed to start staying back at work to study, do some things. Then the next thing is, how about the children? You understand? Now, there are some basic things you need to achieve. When God created, he created Adam first as a single, not with Eve, as a single. So it means for every human, there is a time in your life that you should be single. And there are things you should do as single. There are things you should discover about yourself as a single. If you look at that word single, single is not half. Single is whole.
Yes.
Complete.
So the fact that you're single and that conversation that, oh, I'm single, I need to find a better half. No, sorry. You're single, you're whole, you're complete. It's you having the right perspective that will now make you see that you are in a blessed state. As against, yes, you're in a blessed, I can tell you for free, you're in a blessed state. Being single.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
You enjoy marriage.
You enjoy marriage.
There are things that you explore. Study. Go for, because there are different things you should do in life. If you found yourself, you found purpose, okay? There are certain things that if you are able to build that foundation for yourself, you have, your marriage will be, and the truth is, whatever you do as a single person is actually laying
the foundation
for your marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, so you also need to be mindful of that. And if you spend all the time wallowing in self-pity, thinking there's something wrong with you, instead of maximizing the time, and by the time you even find purpose, you realize that there is no time. You don't have time to mop around. You don't have time to, you understand that, okay, I need to achieve this. When you're purposeful, your single state, you are maximizing it. All right, because right now for me, I don't have that much time. Yes, you will still do certain things, but if you've done so much as a single person in line of your purpose, when you're married, it becomes, smoother.
Exactly.
And it becomes an, value. You become a value-adding partner.
Okay.
Not a liability.
Okay, now I am speaking from the angle of the society that we have found ourselves in. In this part of the world, once a woman is getting to the point of 27 to 30, their mothers begin to ask questions like, oh, where's the man? You've graduated from school. The next achievement you should get should be you getting married and not being single. So they assume that when you are single as a lady, then it's a curse. You need to go to a religious house to, pray over you, or we need to take you to a river to wash your head. Something is wrong somewhere for you not to have a man in your life at the age of 30. So I am coming from that angle. Do you think that's the right approach to it?
One, the first thing is you're not the owner of time. And would you rather enter into a marriage? I know someone that spent over 20, 30 million for a wedding, and the marriage did not last for 2 years.
Wow.
I was fortunate to interact with her before the wedding, and I was asking her some basic questions because we used to discuss with singles. Prior to our wedding, I was asking her, so you love this guy, why do you want to get married to him? The first thing is, my friends used to tell me that he looks like Henry Thierry, that plays football.
Really?
And then he's a citizen, there's a British citizen.
Oh, wow.
So there were no foundation. Both of them were on ephemeral reasons for getting married.
Okay.
And little wonder the wedding didn't last. You understand? So will you rather, because you're 30, you're 31, 32, get into a relationship that will just last 2-3 years? Or will you settle down, discover yourself? Because that's the purpose of being single. Okay. Find yourself. Know your limits, know your excesses. Turn yourself to an asset.
Okay.
Turn yourself to an asset. Because as a lady, you don't chase.
Okay. For you, madam, now, do you think being single should be for a lifetime? Because I know lots of people now take advantage of the fact that, oh, okay, I need to achieve purpose, I need to discover myself, and then you're taking forever, 50, you're not married. What's happening?
Well, I actually think that it's a personal thing.
Okay.
Because even according to the Bible, marriage is beautiful, it's God ordained, okay, and that's the plan of God for the procreation and continuation of life, all right? But also, there's a clause, like Paul says, if you want to be like me, so that you could dedicate yourself to the work of God or for whatever reason. So I wouldn't judge anybody who says, I want to remain single, okay, because you would always have some crop of people that would want to go that line. But I know that God has made majority to actually believe in marriage. I have friends, and this is not being derogatory, and all of that.
Yeah, okay.
There are people that I love, and nothing, I can assure you, is wrong with them. Beautiful, smart, godly, okay, we're age mates, but not married. But that doesn't mean they are cursed. It might be like you comparing yourself with another person. It might be foolishness, because if you look at some aspects of their lives, they have speed.
They're moving.
That I might be looking at and I'm saying, wow, God, why won't you do this for me? So that is the way the cycle of life is. So it doesn't mean I'm better than you. No, it just means I'm running my race and you're running yours. So we need to have a paradigm shift, and it's cut across, because I hear you. Parents, the society, looking at people and saying, and then, you see single parents, and then we want to stigmatize them. We want to say there's something must be wrong with you, that you can't keep a home. That is so
wrong.
Not right, in my own opinion.
This victim, cause and effect mentality. Oh, that means you were young, you have used all these guys to play.
Now, there was something you said, and it struck something in my mind that I need you to clarify. You said ladies don't chase. I don't understand, because I know that in this century, it is open for anybody to talk to anything. I want to be sure if I'm getting you correctly. Now, I know that I feel there is nothing wrong with a lady talking to a guy if she likes him, if she wants to be with him or whatnot. I don't feel it's a problem. I mean, you can go ahead and stop wasting your time. Guys of this century, they like that. If they like a woman that is very bold, although we also have men that will take them for granted. But why not? If he doesn't like you, then you move ahead. So I want to understand, what do you mean by ladies don't chase?
Starting a conversation with a guy, fine. There's nothing bad in that.
Okay.
You know, I can see, as a lady, you can see a guy that you like, you can spark up a conversation, you understand. But you don't expect the lady to now propose.
Oh, you think that's bad?
No.
Because I was just about to mention to you that we've had series of cases like that.
You see, I'm a Bible student.
Okay.
And I will, whatever I want to say, must have its root from the scriptures. And going by the scriptures, I've never found a place where the woman had to propose. Adam found Eve. Bible says he who finds a wife
Finds a good thing.
is not he who finds a husband.
Now, my own point of view now is that a lot of people feel like some doors would not open onto you, or some things you won't achieve until you're married.
Do you know there are some managerial positions you cannot attain if you're not married? Some organizations will not give you some positions if you're not married.
If you're not married.
Yeah. So it happens like that. But that doesn't mean you should make marriage compulsory. And for what you're saying, companionship doesn't have to be husband and wife.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be. You can have support groups. You can have support system. In fact, it's good as a single to develop a support system.
Okay. All right, please hold that thought. We have a caller on the line. Hello, Tosin. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I must commend the discussion of today. It's quite interesting and conversational.
Thank you.
But I would have said something just now, that there are some cases whereby you are still single, then you are limited to the opportunities. And if you're not married, the same thing occurs, especially in society in Nigeria. So I'd like to ask our guests that, okay, a blessing, a curse is the question of the day. But in that kind of situation whereby, especially in your workplace, and once you get married, you have less opportunities compared to the single staff members. So in that case, what do we do? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tosin.
Thank you so much.
I would not ask you to go and get married because you want to, for
Work
that
in an
reason.
organization.
Because the truth is, the reason for which you're also getting married is important.
Exactly.
You don't get married because I need to be married. Like I told you, there is always a purpose for everything. So if you're being under pressure now because in your organization you have to be married, yes, it's good for you to get married so that you can get the favor, but you also need to be careful about putting yourself out there as being desperate and then going, getting involved with somebody that you wouldn't otherwise have gotten involved with, just because you're under pressure. Because pressure is what gets lots of people in trouble. Getting married to people that would eventually kill them. I'm sure you've heard of stories.
Yes.
Of husbands killing wives, wives killing husbands.
We have another caller on the line. Hello, Abiola.
Yes, I said I've been struggling with work-life balance.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm busy and I have, a lot of things on my table, a lot of things bothering me. And I don't know if it's a reason, if it's a good time for me to continue in the relationship or... but I really like the girl and I really want her to understand the whole work-life balance I'm involved with.
Good.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you so much.
If you have a lot of work to do, a lot of challenges, some things on your mind, this is the best time to even have a relationship. Someone that calms your nerves, someone that you can share with. Because, true to it, marriage is beautiful. I am burdened. I know when I get home, I have someone I can pour everything out to, and she's got my back. You understand? So, Abiola, right?
Yes,
I think in between your schedules, you should still have time that you sit down and discuss. Just unwind, open up, just talk.
Okay, you said something quite interesting now, that this is the best time to be in a relationship. And we were talking about singleness. You said that talking about companionship, you do not have to have a partner to, be able to pour out your heart to someone or be able to talk to someone. And you just thought, Abiola, this is the best.
That is if you don't have.
Okay,
So
if
he
you
already
do not
has a
have,
relationship.
He already has a
Yeah.
relationship.
Alright.
So there's someone that you love.
Okay.
He said it. I love this.
Do you like the video you just watched? Then you should click on the like button and move over to click on the subscribe button. Also, you should click on the bell to get notified anytime we drop amazing episodes of Tea or Coffee for you. Adios.